These figures at first blush look fantastic. You know, if there's a job, reoffending's is slashed. But cause isn't always correlation, as they say in your line of work. And the types of people who want a job might be exactly the kinds of people who wouldn't reoffend, and therefore it's not a great surprise.
Well, I mean, the data is clear that prison leavers are up to 9 percentage points less likely to reoffend if they're in employment on release. You made reference to housing and other stabilising factors, and we know that those things hugely contribute to a reduction in reoffending rates for people leaving prison. But the reason why we're looking at this at the moment is because we're at the beginning of a 9-month programme of work where we're going to be digging into this and exploring what more we can do to help individuals leaving prison access meaningful employment on release. So we are launching a call for evidence, and you'll have seen the polling that's come out, which indicates that the public are actually very supportive of individuals leaving prison accessing work. And they would be happy working with someone.
I mean, the public, yeah. That, in a sense, the public thinking that's no great surprise. What's more interesting, and you must know, is how business feel about this. I mean, when we think of corporate Britain now, we think of a set of businesses that are desperate to do social good. They keep telling us how desperate they are to make the world a better place. And we look at companies like Timpson's, the cobblers stroke key cutters, who seem to have done really well at hiring ex-cons and turning lives around, and everybody seems very happy. If this was going to work, why aren't companies queuing up to do it?
Well, it's a good question. And actually, you're absolutely right to talk about Timpson. They are doing fantastic work and just leading the way on this. But there are other employers. I was recently at a conference looking at the new employment advisory boards, and there were a great number of employers there exploring how they can do this and what barriers, what they need to do to remove barriers to help future employees come and work for them who have spent time in prison. So there are other employers like Cook run a brilliant program for prison leavers. There are also smaller employers like Roasted Roosters who are doing fantastic work. So actually it is happening all over the place. And actually anecdotally, we've heard that getting employers on board isn't so much the issue as it is the other structural issues that the other barriers that are in place for people leaving prison. Research by the MOJ, for example, showed that employers who had taken on an ex-offender, 90% of them spoke about them as being motivated, reliable, good at their job. So those who have done it testify to the fact that it's worked so well. And these individuals, you know, it's in a way it's the right thing to do, but also it's a savvy thing to do. They have a huge amount to contribute to the workplace, and it's a mistake on society for all of us to be overlooking the potential that employers have that prison leavers has as future employees.